Welcome back everybody to the Cirque Show 24/7. Now, this is going to be the first video of my breaking news video types. Now, I've been thinking about this for a while, and no joke, I was actually going to do an announcement video today about telling everybody that every Friday I'm going to search for some of the best news and gossip and stuff from like the internet, talking about comics, comic book movies, movies in general, and stuff like that. And then Friday or Saturday, I'm gonna make a video about and just talk about my opinions on it. That's what I was gonna do. That's what this video was originally gonna be about. But then I came home from work, about to get ready to do this video, and then I look on the news and look on IGN and Twitter, this, that, and the third, and we hear some casting news, some big Superman versus Batman casting news, and that is they've cast and confirmed Lex Luthor and Alfred in the movie. And I was like, well, we're just gonna go right into this video, and we're just gonna do this video. So this is what this video is gonna be. It's the first video of the breaking news with the Cirque Show 24/7, and yeah, I'm super excited. So let's get right into it. All right, so we have our casting with Alfred and Lex Luthor. First of all, let's get to the small one, and then we'll talk about the big one. Alfred. Now, Alfred will be playing by Jeremy Iron. I think that's how you say his last name, but forgive me. If you don't know who he is, he's a guy who voiced Scar in The Lion King. So, I mean, Scar. So, I'm okay with that. I think it's a fantastic choice. He's one of these actors that people don't know too much about him. He kind of stays out of the limelight a lot, and I like that. He does what he does, and he's just out of the way. You know, he's not like too big, and I don't need a too big of a person to play Alfred. I just need a guy who I can believe he was the guy that helped Bruce Wayne become Batman. He was the guy, who's like the second father to Bruce Wayne. That's all I need in my Alfred. I need a believable guy. And if you got Scar to play that, that's cool with me. I'm okay with it. My hands are clean. Now let's get to the big one, people. The one that we really came here to really talk about. Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. Now, going into these castings, you heard that, Lex Luthor might be in the Man of Steel 2, Batman versus Superman, whatever they want to call it. And we hear all types of names, like, just so many people. Like, one that really stood out that a lot of people were like just really going for was like Joaquin Phoenix and Bryan Cranston, because he just came off of Breaking Bad and he kind of looks like Lex Luthor or whatever, and people just wanted Bryan Cranston because he was just awesome in Breaking Bad. I had no problem with that. I had no problem with Joaquin Phoenix. They're both terrific actors, but they're super big. And when I read that Jesse Eisenberg is playing Lex Luthor, I was shocked, but I was like, I actually like that. You might think that the Cirque Show is crazy. He must have lost his mind. But hear me out. Let me just give you my point of view. First of all, Jesse Eisenberg as an actor is a very good actor. He's done a lot of great things. He's probably not been in the best of movies, but the movies that he's been in, even if it's not good, he's always been great in them. Now You See Me was a great movie. The Social Network, Adventureland, I really enjoyed that. These little tidbit movies, he's really good in. Even if they're not the best movies, he's always great in them for me. So I don't have no problem with him as an actor. I think he's fine. A lot of people always try to compare him. He's just the better version of Michael Cera. That's what people say all the time, and that bugs me because Michael Cera is actually a pretty good actor too. He's done a lot of great indie movies that people need to check out. So go check those out. He's actually pretty good. So just because they look a certain way, just because they look geeky and they're not real super big names, that doesn't mean they can't be a villain. And that's what I like about this direction that they're taking with Lex Luthor. He's not a big guy. He's not that tall. He's skinny. He doesn't look that intimidating, and that can be a great asset to be a villain. A great villain can be not only big and strong and mean, he can also be a nerd or somebody who looks like a nerd that you never see coming, that you don't think that's threatening. Those are usually the people that's most threatening. And if I think the way I think that they're going to try to portray him, Lex Luthor, I think they're going to try to put that on his head and say, yo, he's not real big, he's not real tough, he's just a normal guy, but he beats everybody with his intelligence. And people forget that, yes, Lex Luthor is the epitome of what a human should be. He's strong and smart and all that, but he's really, really smart before anything. And that's how he usually gets one over on Superman all the time, by using his intelligence, by using his money. And that's usually a bigger, more stronger power than a regular power. It's just his intelligence and his wealth. So they can always use that for Jesse Eisenberg, and just have him like seem to super, like I can picture it now, like when Superman meets Lex Luthor, the first time, he's not going to take him serious because he's just this tiny guy, but Superman's this big guy, and that's going to probably bite Superman in the ass, because he's not really looking at Jesse Eisenberg as a threat. So I can see that, and that's what I'm really looking forward to. I love the fact that they're giving you a character that everybody loves, a villain that everybody really, really enjoys and everybody respects, everybody really wants to see done right. And saying, yeah, we know how you see him and how he's usually portrayed, but we're going to flip that and show you a different way you can actually make this work. And if they make it work, and if they tell it right, and if it's acted right, then that's all I care about. He doesn't even have to have bald hair his first go around. Like, I will be perfectly fine with him, just his, how Jesse Eisenberg has like that curly kind of fro. I'd be okay with that. As long as he portrays it right, then it doesn't matter if he has a bald head or not. I could care less. It's just hair. He might lose it in like Man of Steel 3 or whatever. You never know, or towards the end of the movie. But if he gets introduced with a head full of hair, then I'm super okay with that. I think I care more about the story and how the actor portrays it. So people, you have to kind of gotta get rid of the notion that you just because it's a comic book, they need to look just like the comic book. I don't really feel that way. The only exception is, for me, like the only exception is to where this always has to be like this. For me, I know I see a lot of actors, and especially African Americans, say, "Oh, it'd be cool if I'll be Batman." No, no. I always feel like Batman needs to be a white, damaged person. That's like the only exception for me when it comes to like a live action movie. Batman needs to always be white, all right? And everything else, you can change up. I really don't care, So, I'm okay with Jesse Eisenberg being Lex Luthor, as long as they portray him right. So you have to kind of get rid of the notion that just because the character is one way doesn't mean they can't do it another way. Bane was another example. Bane was totally different from how he was in the comic books, and he turned out fantastic. I actually enjoy this Bane, the new version of Bane, the one that the Chris Nolan version, way better than I enjoy like the luchador comic book version. So as long as they do it right, then I'm okay with the change. So that's what I'm more concerned about, is as long as they do it right. So like I said 1,000 times, I'm okay with Jesse Eisenberg being Lex Luthor, and I'm actually okay with I don't know if people see my other videos about it. Let's get this out of the way. I'm okay with Gal Gadot being Wonder Woman, as long as they do it right. I have no problem. I know she's like super skinny, but they pushed this movie back, people. That means they gave her more time to beef up a little bit more. She's already tall. She's already exotic. If you've seen Fast 5 and Fast and Furious movie, you already know she can fight and stuff like that. So as long as they make sure she's good with the acting and stuff, and she has a very heavy accent, which, to tell you the truth, I don't really care. I don't see it in like the history books where Wonder Woman was American. She's an Amazon. Amazon's supposed to be exotic and stuff. So if she has an accent, I'm okay with that. As long as she kicks ass, and as long as she's intimidating, and as long as she's done right, then I'm okay with Gal Gadot being a Wonder Woman. I'm okay with what's his name, Ben Affleck being Batman, as long as he's done right. So you just have to, people need to just get rid of that notion of it's going to be change, and we don't always need our superheroes to look just like the movies or just like that. We don't always need our villains to look just like that. It's okay if they turn that upside down and give you a different look and give you a different outlook, just as long as it's good, people. So hopefully you guys like my first breaking news with the Cirque Show 24/7. Like I said, every week starting now, I will be doing this on Fridays or Saturdays. So if you see stuff, just comment below on the last week's video. So if you see anything for next week, comment on this video so I can talk about it for our next week's show, about any movie news, this, that, and the third. I'm super excited to get to do this with everybody. So hopefully just let me know what you guys think about this little segment that I'm going to be doing. Let me know what you thought about my opinions on Jesse Eisenberg. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you like him? Do you dislike him? Who else would have liked to seen play Lex Luthor? Me, honestly, everybody wanted Bryan Cranston and this and that, and I have no problem with Bryan Cranston. I think he's awesome. But they also said Joaquin Phoenix could have probably been Lex Luthor. Tell you the truth, I would have probably liked Joaquin Phoenix. Oh, I might get some hate, but Joaquin Phoenix is a terrific actor, and I would have been okay with that. But Bryan Cranston, you can't really go wrong with that. But I would have been okay with Joaquin Phoenix too. So what did you guys think about this? Please like this video, comment, subscribe, tell me what you thought. And as always, this is the Cirque Show 24/7. Be easy.